Alright, we're going to take a quick look at the guts of this. Ooh, wow, out of focus. There we go. First thing you're going to need to know about taking this thing apart is that, well, not really apart, but taking the top off. There are 4 screws keeping it in. One screw is located on the side here. One screw is located reverse of that on the other side. They do require the legs to be taken off before you can remove the screws. There's another screw right here. Sorry, it's like an extreme close-up of it, but there's another screw hole, followed by another one on the back, on the same side. Once you remove those 2 screws, you can pop the top off and have a good look inside the instrument. Like I said before, this is a Jaguar model, so it's not as crazy, so to speak, on the inside. It's very simple because it uses the preset tabs. Here's a quick look at all the boards and circuits and whatnot. The man I bought this from said bought it from the original owner, who supposedly had the thing rewired a couple years back, and I believe that only because everything looks clean and some parts do not match others, like these black transistors do not match up on other spots, so I think those might have been bad transistors, which were replaced, as you can see. Now this grants you access to the cards. Now, I can remove the cards, but before I do that, I'm going to give you a quick look at something that not a lot of people see, which actually I don't think I've ever seen a Jaguar under the keys. Oh, I have seen one. There's one, Vintage Vibe, did a video under the keys. So I'm going to take you under the keys really quickly. There are 3 screws, one here, one here, one here. I keep one screw in because when you're playing, things start rocking a little bit, and it's never a good thing to have delicate components like this rocking up and down. So I just use a screwdriver to get started, but then it comes out by hand relatively easily after that, for the most part. There we go. You'll notice that these pieces right here are very rusty. Who had this before, the man I bought it from, must have either spilled something on it or kept it out in the rain or had it get wet or something. As you can see, the one here fell out, so that's not good. Simply pick the keys up, lift them right out, and you lift the whole key bed out, and you can see there the rust is coming through. Oxidized the metal up here. It's actually going into this key a little bit. No real problems with that. Here's the switchboard. I've had a lot of problems with this. This is usually braced. This metal bar usually comes out and rests to about here and is braced. I had a bunch of problems with the switchboard that I've had to fix, and just to make, because things seemingly kept breaking every time I put the thing back together. I took the brace out and fixed it without the brace in, and there's actually 4 screws, but I removed one here just to make things a little bit easier. There's 3 screws holding this thing in, and it's not going anywhere. The brace is mainly for attaching a screw down here. So you can see how the bass notes work. Here's the bass notes. You can see how they work. Turn the bass cords off for a second. You can see that that's just the bass note. Turn the bass cords on, and you can see this little piece right up here pushes against this bus bar, and that's what triggers the upper note. So you can see the contact is left there, but this hasn't touched yet, and now it works. Same thing over here. This note. So we're going to close that up. That's pretty much all there is. And of course, on a regular Continental, as opposed to a non-regular Continental, there's 4 leads coming off each key contact. Here there's just 1, because the presets are in the card. They're not, 4 different things getting touched. I'm speaking nonsense right now. I'm not 100% sure of anything. It's a lot less on the inside because there's not as much there. I'm going to take a little card out of this thing for you and show you up close what a card looks like. For this I am going to turn the unit off because I don't want to break anything. What card should I take out? Let's remove the D. Let's remove the D. No, I removed the screw from the D card. Sorry, I did it off camera. A little hard to do. And the easiest thing to do for this is to kind of wiggle back and forth. Fingers firmly grasping only the card, and it'll pop off eventually. So now here's the card. Here's your bank of resistors. Capacitors are these disc type things. The transistors are the silver components. The large block is the tuning coil, and these 2 units right here are the master oscillators. Well, there it is, my in-depth review, overview of the 1966 Vox Jaguar V304 combo organ. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I love giving answers. I'm not the most knowledgeable on this, but I do read a lot. So if I can't figure your answer out, I will try my hardest to find it. And if I can't find it, it's probably not out there. But I do own one. I will say, what I got this for was a pretty good deal. It did have a pretty significant problem with the switchboard, which wasn't apparent at the time of setup because constant fiddling and fidgeting would get it to go away. And when it was sold to me, it was on and ready and everything. I was able to fix the main problem, however, so I think I restored some of its value. This is a pretty clean looking piece. I know there's some blemishes here and there, and there's some cuts on the top piece, but overall, inside and out, it's not that bad. But I'm sorry, I don't think they're worth the $800 to $700 I see them going for. I didn't pay that much personally. I don't even think a Vox Continental. This came. Let me just explain. This came with the legs, the organ, the top, the leg back brace, and the extremely rare leg case, which, by the way, is completely destroyed. The back hinge is broken, and it's being held together with a meter stick, or part of a meter stick, and as you can see, that hinge is completely broken, and it just fell off on me. So, that's going to require some work. Plus, it's rusted out. I'm going to have to buy new hinges and stuff to make that even look presentable. But it was given to me for a pretty good deal. But I'd pay $800 max. That's not an original volume pedal, in case anyone's wondering. For a Vox Continental is not worth to me $800. I'm sure some people it is, but there's one on eBay right now. The top has been painted black, and it's like half the keys work on it, but because it has the original pedal and the original stand, it seems like to that person, or to the seller, it's worth $1,000. I just don't see that in the value. If someone can explain to me why they would be that much, please feel free to. I'll read your whole comment, I promise. Alright. Once again, any questions, any comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, I kindly accept them. And thank you for watching.